Alright, so finally, folks, we're gonna get down to business. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit of a risk because I'm gonna kind of overextend. Well, not overextend. I'm gonna extend myself, and I'm gonna take, let's see, most of my best dudes. Yeah, I'll leave Zushu here. Yeah, I'll leave him here because I can't be sure of him. So yeah, we'll bring 1,000 rice. Yeah, and then who will live in charge? Definitely not Zushu. How about that? Who's the most charming of all? Zun Yu. Oh yeah. I think that's a guy. Well, I don't know if I know him, but whatever. Everybody's loyal. Okay, so he's got a lot of people, and I've fought here countless times against these dudes. So here's the thing. As I said earlier, Lu Zhang, his whole modus operandi is to turtle up in Province 33 and do nothing for the entire game. He might, like you saw, branch out to a couple of small of his neighboring provinces, but other than that, and those provinces aren't worth a shit. You know, they're all like boony type provinces with nobody in them. That's kind of what he does. Lu Yan, I guess that's his old man before. I guess he just dies. I don't know. But in any case, he doesn't intend to do anything for the whole game. Okay. Oh, Cao Chun. Well, I won't take it out on him. I never rewarded him, even though he was hideously disloyal. So that's my whole goal here. Well, it's not my whole goal here. My whole goal is to take the province. But other than that, I wouldn't mind it if I beat these guys up bad enough that they send more troops in if this takes me too long to take it out. I don't know, we'll have to see. This is a really cool defensive setup though. You see that, how it's like an inner kind of circle there. And then it's ringed with forts and then blocked with mountains. So it can also be quite the inferno, I guess, if you could get a fire started there. That would be a real problem. But anyway, this is us going down to Shu. I didn't know which we were going to do first. I knew we were going to have to jump on Cao Cao as soon as we could because Cao Cao was, you saw him, he was growing like crazy. And we needed to slow down his action or he would be almost unstoppable. I mean, he's got good generals, he's got good land, he would be very tough. And the computer just controls Cao Cao way better than it controls anybody else. Like, he's just, the way they do it, it's just magnificent. Or, I don't want to call it magnificent. Can we start a fire? No, we definitely can't. I don't know what I want to do here. I guess I'll stay in this fort, but I really don't want to. What I'd really like to do is, get these guys out into the open land. Zhu Kang will be fine in that fort there against his competition. Because like I said, they do not have any good real war ability style generals here. Still rain. It's fine. There we go. And we'll just kind of slowly see if we can get in there. The quicker we can get in, of course, the better. Aha! Fire? Nah, it never works for me. Well, not it never works for me. It rarely works for me. And I think we could follow in right behind. We'll have to see. Oh, you might be sorry you did that. I don't know, is there anybody here? Oh, cool, there wasn't. It was sucked that I walked in because the ambush where you walk into somebody is much worse than the one where you just kind of you get what's the word for it? It's much worse than the one where you're just adjacent to a spot. So that's good. One of the worst things that can happen, though, what was I gonna say? No, I don't want to say that. So we want to make sure Lu Zhang does not die, though, because Lu Zhang is low enough on war ability as a lord that makes him a lot easier to take down. And so if we get to a situation where we're just basically following him before he gets troops, especially before he gets, or if he gets troops but they're not armed, we'll be in a real good spot. Yeah, this is not a good type situation for us to be reducing their number of troops here, because we're not being allowed to really get in there in force, and they're not really coming out, and I wouldn't come out either. I mean, if I had these kind of defensive positions, that's a good deal. Oof. Oh, now they're coming out. Well, that's nice. So that might actually work a bit to our advantage here. But yeah, anyway, I remember the first few times I played this game, and I looked at Lu Yan, because usually you play, you start the game playing the first scenario, right? Why wouldn't you? I wouldn't go right into the final scenario, because that is a lot more complex, because you're managing these humongous kingdoms pretty much. Alright, I'll charge at the fort. Probably not the best thing, but Fei Shai is weak enough that it doesn't make any difference. So anyway, you play in the first scenario and you look at Lu Yan, and he's got 3 provinces. The only other person who has 3 provinces is Dong Zhao, who you might have read in the manual is totally evil, so you don't want to be the bad guy. I don't want to be the bad guy. Maybe some of you guys enjoy being the bad guy. I don't know. I always thought that was kind of like sociopathic, like if you're like, you immediately want to be the bad guy instead of trying to be the good guy. But anyway, so I was Lu Yan, I think, the first time I played. I think it was actually Lu Yan the first time I played. And because I assumed, wow, he's got 3 provinces, he must be really strong. But I didn't know what the hell I was doing yet either. And then I tried playing as Liu Bei, and then it was real nice, given his good. And then it said Liu Bei was virtuous. I was like, oh man, he's virtuous. I want to be Liu Bei. That's what Nintendo Power said. Because Nintendo Power actually had a little spot on Romance of the Three Kingdoms 2. Unlikely as that is. But I didn't know. I don't even want to say it's unlikely, because they did a pretty good spot on Liberty or Death, although Liberty or Death obviously would have a lot more appeal to an American audience, although it was released in Japan. Although I guess with them it'd be less clear-cut who's the good guys and bad guys. And I'm not saying there really is a clear-cut bad guy and good guy in that war. I mean, I'm American, but it wasn't like the British were like pure evil and they were like horrific oppressors. I mean, it certainly would pale in comparison to imperial oppression seen in other empires, or even the British Empire in other places. I mean, certainly they could be a lot worse than that. I mean, there were just some taxes that, I think the British were probably they were well justified in levying those taxes, because they'd just gotten done fighting a war around the world, but a war that really accomplished a lot of American colonist interests, in that it removed the French threat and a lot of the native threat from the periphery. And so the crown was broke and they wanted some taxes. But unfortunately, cooler heads did not prevail, I guess, and it came to bloodshed, although I don't really think there's any reason it had to. I think both sides were far too stubborn and far too lack of empathy for each other. But things turned out the way they turned out. In any case, because there was a spread there for Koei games, pretty much, and they talked about a bunch of different Koei games. I don't know if Koei had anything on... if they had anything on Aerobiz, or if Nintendo Power had anything on Aerobiz. I'm not sure. They might have. Wouldn't have surprised me, and I vaguely remember it. But I do know there was a section one time they did, here's a bunch of Koei strategy games if I want to play. And that's actually where I got inspired to play this game, was from Nintendo Power Magazine, because I was like, hey, I like war strategy games. I mean, I've went ahead and got my rear end kicked a bunch of times at playing, what did I get my butt kicked at playing? Oh, Liberty or Death, because Liberty or Death is a pretty steep learning curve, especially when you're only like 12. And I mean, you're a history buff, but you don't really understand a lot of things about war and how it is, and, positions of advantage, and, entrenching, and all that kind of stuff, right? Like, so I didn't know any of that stuff. So because I didn't know that kind of stuff, obviously I was ill prepared to play a good game. It wasn't until a few years later that I could beat it consistently, first with the Americans and then with the British. But that's only on the lowest difficulty level, which I don't think is really. I think the way they ratchet up the difficulty is not so much that the computer is better at fighting you. It's more that the computer is way cheaper and is really good at bribing your forces, which even when it's completely illogical that they should be able to do so. Like in the case of, a gentleman, Johnny Burgoyne, who has a royal title. You know what I mean? Like he's a lord, like not a lord like this game, but a lord like, he's nobility. And here homeboy goes and betrays, goes over to the Americans because he's like pissy pants or whatever. So, anyway, I wanted that to continue because I wanted to draw in some more troops. We're ready to go out of this province. So this is definitely the video of the long knives, you might say. And so we're gonna go in here. Guan Yu in charge. Hopefully Xiao Hao Dun doesn't decide he's very loyal and wants to stab me in the back after I gave him all those gifts. And who's the most charming of all? Well, it's not going to be you, Zhaizhu, because I know you like to do the whole flag burnery thing on me. Alright. So anyway, yeah. So I owe this to Nintendo Power that I played this game. I'll send Xiao Hao Dun out there. Hao's out, yeah, that's right. 83. 84 war ability. Yeah, I had the war abilities these guys pretty much memorized. They've burned into my brain for the most part. I remember anybody who's above 80, I would say. Dong Heng I actually didn't remember. I don't know if I usually even get Dong Heng. Well, this way, if Xiao Hao gets captured, at least, at the very, okay, well, he didn't. I was gonna say at the very least, I won't have had to worry about him betraying me. Alright, so Shima Yai's there, he's pretty good. He eventually will overthrow his family, his grandson. Ah, jeez, that was pretty smart. Got me in the old double decker. What's his name? I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. That's lame. Okay, so he didn't have any men anyway. Alright. So that wasn't actually like a good strategy by them. Okay, have him go around. Have Zhao Tong. Yeah, let's say also go around. Maybe go around the other way. No, go around the same way. Alright, so let's see what's happening here. Alright. Aha! Alright, so that's where he is. I figured that, but I didn't want to get myself into trouble there. Oh no, let's do a simultaneous attack while we can, right? Alright, Mao Jai, that's of course a well-known stalwart. Go around the other way. A stalwart of Cao Cao. He's always with him. And then he was one of the guys who took command of the naval force, the doomed naval force for the Battle of Red Cliffs. Alright. So he's gonna gather around Guan Yu. I'm gonna charge Cao Zi. Oh, it's too bad they didn't give Cao Zi more people because he's totally lame. Ooh, Sima Yi. Okay. And what in the world was he doing? Okay, that's what he was doing. Alright, so we close in on the castle. We only need to destroy the castle. We don't need to hurt anybody else. Obviously, on our way there, we're going to definitely have to do some serious murderousness. Wow. For some reason, his attacks were quite good there. Okay, move him out of the way. We're going to need to clear out some of these dudes so we can get a clear shot at the castle. What you didn't get to see, because I haven't used allies, is that, so you can send allies in. They're usually like a purplish color, either more of a reddish shade of, holy crap-a-mundo, quadruple attack. I might want to step off from that one a little bit. They're usually a lighter shade, and you can actually betray your allies, and your allies can betray you. Like if you go into a battle, and you come in as somebody's ally. If you decide you don't like the way things are going, and you want to go ahead and help the other guy out, you can. And I've had the computer. I don't know if they've done it to me or if I've done it to them. It's one. No, I've never done it to the computer because it costs you trust points, which trust points do have an effect on your ability to hold the loyalty of your guys. It has an effect on the ability you have to recruit generals, things like that, right? But the real kicker, of course, is that, or not the real kicker. So I've never done that, but I have had people do it to me, do it in my favor and do it against my favor. So I've had to go both ways before. And it's kind of funny to see the computer just like, all right, we're not going to fight you anymore. We're going to fight for you. It was just kind of real weird. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm glad he didn't kill his own brother or cousin in that charge attack there. That would have been kind of shitty. All right. So it looks like we've broken down that. Oh, new triple attack. All right, good. He's out of the way. Xiao Hao Mao, and we'll be able to fill in that castle spot right there. Get a few more attacks, a few more licks in. I really do want to take out this triple attack they've been able to set up. I'm gonna move Zhao Tong around the outside. Although that might not do us any good. This Shimei Yi. Oh, good. Well, that's not gonna do you much good. So I think they're all trying to get a shot at my leader of the attack there. But kind of the joke's on them because such a strategy will probably not pay dividends, as they've now opened up another section that we can kind of pounce into. I think, anyway. That's my thinking on the subject. Yep. So now we have it quadruple surrounded. It could become quintuple surrounded, except that now, now this guy's gonna charge, which is not gonna work out too well for him. And if he breaks through, no, he didn't. I'm not sure if there's a guy behind him or not. Well, that's too bad because I'd like to get that other spot filled in. But whatever. I was really trying to do this with less bloodshed, just take out the castle. But it's really not possible with these many guys kind of standing around here. Anyway, kind of an auspicious place for old Cao Pi to go down for the last time, or the Cao dynasty to go down for the last time, because this is, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the story, this is, I think, Cao Cao's homeland where his father lived, and anyway, his father and his family were beset upon by bandits, and the bandits killed his father, and the rest of his extended family were with his father. And Cao Cao was so angry that he declared war against Tao Quan because he accused Tao Quan of letting it happen or wanting it to happen or what have you, right? And because of this, Tao Quan turned to Liu Bei for help. Liu Bei helped him out and all that, and the wheels of history started moving. I'd really like to just dispose of him so I can get in that space and quintuple surround the castle. Would be helpful. Anyway, this is a lot less bloody than my previous. Which one was really bloody? I can't remember. I think my last battle with Xiao Hao Dun was pretty bloody. You can see Xiao Hao Dun has not betrayed me, despite the fact that I'm fighting against his former lord here. Which is nice of him. It's real nice of him. I appreciate that. Alright. So the next round I'll be able to quintuple surround, which is something I really want to do from the beginning here. But it took a while. I don't want to kill this guy, but I might. Is this Sima Yi too? Oh, okay. Well, good. He's alright. Although I think he is, I think you can get him to Tiger Wolf too. But there's nobody to Tiger Wolf him at this point. I don't think. So yeah. I think he can be made a Tiger Wolf or at least a Sima Yan. And I've never seen Sima Yan. I never played the game long enough to get it to the point, I mean long, like, where all these, like, I don't even think I've seen Jiang Wei. Who Jiang Wei is, became Chuko Liang's, what's his name? His disciple. And then after Chuko Liang's death, became the head Mac Daddy. Alright, we'll take him. And, nah. You're alright. Nah. Okay. Sure. Yeah, see, look at him. He's not 100 intelligence, but pretty damn close. He's got a couple of... he's pretty good, too. Okay. Most of you guys, I'll just let you go into the free range. Alright, and we gotta behead him. So his reign was pretty short. He didn't even get to declare himself emperor like Cao Pi would. Cao did not. He declared himself king and he declared himself like prime minister, but he never declared himself emperor. Cao Pi went ahead and did it. Alright, province 13, Yang. Alright, what are we doing out of here? I don't seem to remember what we were up to. Let's see, who do we got? I think I wanted to do some kind of attack or something. But did I really? We could probably wait a while. Who do we got, like, loyalty-wise? Nah, not really much. Okay, we'll just sit tight here. Oh, no horses. That's okay. We got plenty of gold. Plenty of break out the money. And, yeah, everything's going pretty well here. So let's go ahead and give some stuff to the peeps so they don't rise up against us, although they'd never rise up against Chuko Liang. He's way too lovable. Cool. Alright. So that's the end of Cao, so that's a high note there, huh? Okay. Yeah, just keep working on the loyalty. Don't really need you to do a whole lot. It's too bad the intelligent guys really don't have a role, other than they're really good at setting fires, I guess, and they're also good at not getting moved in a battle. Oh, hey, look, guess what it's time for? Cao Ren, you gonna betray me? I'll put money on no. I am putting money on no because I'm going to do another attack. And really, Zhang Yun is one of the good guys here. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Well, whatever. Don't care. Let's get to rolling. I don't have forever to futz around. So yeah, finally we're going to attack Sun Xuan. We've been holding back on that for a long time. But now is the time, and now is the place. So we should do all right anyway. Let's say even if both these guys betray us. Actually, if 3 of the guys betray us, we'll be in a lot of trouble. Hopefully they won't. Because we got 3 guys that I'm kind of worried about. 2 guys I have no questions on. Xiao Hao Ba, I don't actually have many questions on. Although he's in the 80s. Cao Ren, I have a little bit of a problem with. Because Chuko Liang said he can't be trusted. And his loyalty does keep eroding. But yeah. In any case, the war needs to start here. This is a real bloody one. 3 battles on one I'm incomplete. So let's see if we can go ahead and do the thing. If you got the guts. Which is a quote from Macho Man at the beginning of WrestleMania 9, where he said it was a lock and load type situation. To which I had a friend who said, so apparently it will be a very shotgun intensive WrestleMania, which I found pretty funny. Shotgun intensive. I did find that very funny. Can we set fire this way? That'd be great if I could get him to move, but he's gonna move and there'll be flames there. Yeah, that northern approach really just is not very useful for us. But whatever. Oh, and the fire just went out. And he set fire to me. Okay, all kinds of crap. So this is pretty defensible land, as you might be able to see right there. Kind of reminiscent of what we're seeing in Province 33, where you do have like a ring of mountains. Saying you switch sides, okay. Alright. Well, I didn't think that would happen, but that's okay. I can take one guy switching sides. What I can't take is these annoying battle tactics here. And I mark my word, they are annoying. That's okay. Zhang Yun wasn't one of my good guys. I know I'm walking into an ambush. I didn't really have another way of ingress there. Yeah, that switch sides, that is the worst message. I always dread seeing that one. Okay, so we have been able to breach inside. We can't charge through, unfortunately. Man, these guys sure do like starting fires. Luckily, Zhang Yun was by far the crappiest of our generals, so that's nice. Ooh, no way out. Oh, well that was actually helpful. The fact that he moved and moved me with him was actually very, very helpful. Because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to get out of that fire. That way I was able to get out of the fire and also get into this point of ingress, and there's a lot of ands there. And also ambush that guy. So it really worked out in my favor completely. So yeah, just as good as it could have got there. All right. So this is a bad position for Zhang Fei to be in because he is quadruple surrounded at this point. I'm gonna see if he can take that for a bit because we're in such a damn fine position. Although I probably have him charge his way out. I don't know how much these guys can really do to me though. Oh no, that's Guan So. I'm sorry. For some reason I thought it was Zhang Fei. Probably because usually Zhang Fei would be the commander because he's implicitly trustable, but I don't like him to be the governor because his charm is so low that, well, it sucks. Yeah, this would be another good fight to get these guys to go reinforce so as to weaken the main core. This video might run a little bit longer than 30, so sorry about that. Because I'm right in the middle of the battle. I don't want to cut anything in the middle of a battle, you know. I usually try to keep it 20, 25. And I often fail at that. Gosh darn it, all this fire. Really annoying. Hey, but at least I'll get another double attack before I have to retreat into the woods. But see, I told you, when people are in the 80s of loyalty, it's not safe, you know? So we'll go ahead and charge through so we can make some room and invest in the castle a little bit more. It's pretty lame that we lost that guy in that fashion. Hey man, he betrayed us like right off the bat, which is the shittiest way to do it. I mean, obviously it's shitty if he's in like a really good position and then he betrays us, like as far as like it makes a difference on the battlefield, but he hadn't lost any people yet, so he's at his full effectiveness when he betrayed us. Hopefully we can capture him, that'd be sweet. Yeah, this triple attack stuff's for the birds, isn't it? Alright, so let's have him charge through. He should be able to, yeah, took care of him. Alright, now Zhu Tai, hopefully we can capture you because you are a fine general, of which I would be very happy to have you in our service. You're better than Cao Ren, you're one up on him. Yep, got him. Good. So that's another one of the real good generals that we have been able to get a hold of. And now that makes a bunch of provinces no longer under threat. Yep, pretty good stuff. The Medallion of True Friendship is war spoils. Who needs more charm? The Medallion of True Friend. I like that too. That's very cute sounding. Jeez Louise, who do we got? I'll give it to Guan Yu. He's always in charge. Yeah, there you go. He's the only guy in the game now with 100 charm. All right, that's enough for this one. Sorry, I ran a little long. Next few turns, we're gonna be going to town. We're gonna take out Zhang Lu once and for all. We'll continue our foray against Lu Zhang, and yeah, continue on against Sun Xuan. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.